Franklin County has probably, in my mind, one of the most beautiful counties in Indiana, because you can go anywhere and find a beautiful landscape painting. Well, of course, my name is Dan Woodson, and I have been painting, I think, about since 1994. I always say that what happens when kids get to a certain age, they stop drawing. They get other interests. Well, in my case, I never was good at sports at all. And apparently I wasn't good with girls either. So all I had left was to draw. Now, I've always wanted to paint. It was kind of like a sideline. When I was going to junior high school, my art teacher, Mr. Moore, Wendell Moore, best teacher in the world, had me working on a scholarship. Unfortunately, I quit school. I wound up going into the National Guard for 4 years, and this is then back during Vietnam. And then I left the National Guard, joined the regular Army. So I get out of there and I need a job. So I go to this sign shop and I watching these guys letter stuff. And I thought, ooh, that's amazing. And I asked them if they needed to hire anybody. And they said, well, yeah, we could use some help. And I thought, you know what? I want to be a sign painter. But I don't want to be a regular sign painter. I want to be the best sign painter in Muncie. Every moment I had available, I practiced. Well, then, when I did start working for Marsh Supermarkets, running their sign department, I just sign painted and that kind of thing. A friend of mine who had taught me how to paint signs lost his job. So the guy that taught me how to paint signs is now working for me. But during that time, him and I got to talking about painting, and we thought, let's give it a try. Now, I've always wanted to paint, but I wouldn't because I'm colorblind. You know, I would draw, you know, I still, to this day, I love drawing. When I was like in elementary school, I thought I was just dumb when it come to color. I didn't know I was colorblind. I didn't know it until I was in the military. Then one time I got up enough nerve to take a Norman Rockwell picture. So I painted that thing. I stayed up all night painting it, and I thought, oh man, this is great. I show it to my wife in the morning, and she says, well, it looks really good, except why is the dog green? I didn't know the dog was green. I had a friend that lived up in Matthews, Indiana, and he invited me to come up to his farm, and we're going to paint outdoors. So we're out there painting, and heck, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm having to ask him. His name is Angel McCardle, and I have to keep saying, Angel, what color is that right in there? You know, he'd have to kind of tell me the colors, what's out there. Then I read the labels and mix stuff together and manage to get it done. And that's how it started. When we decided we wanted to do the Painting Indiana project, we needed a group or a organization that we could get a non-for-profit status, that kind of thing. And I thought, you know what? Need to start a group that promotes plein air painting, where people can get in groups and feel safe as a group to go someplace and paint. And for artists who just starting, I really wanted the artists who do a really good job to be able to help these people who were struggling to start, didn't know what to do. Because I was in that boat, I didn't know what to do. And my brother and I both, that's how we learned to paint, is watch other artists, listen to what they say, go home, try it out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But that's basically how the IPAPA started. We wanted to go all over Indiana. So our first paint outs were down here in Brookville, and we moved all over Indiana trying to get people interested in it. And apparently it's worked, because we have people coming from all over to participate in these paint outs. Brookville is just something that it's so darn beautiful down here. And I just love all the people. It's the same thing. And my brother and I both agree. We go to paint outs all over the place, as many as we can physically do. And we're in all kinds of projects. And it is the one that we look forward to. Visiting the people, the artists, is what I love. And that's the main reason that I like coming down here, is visiting with everybody. And I'll tell you, there is something about Indiana artists that I haven't seen it anywhere else. And Indiana artists are generous people. These guys are my competition. And when we go to paint outs or whatever, I tried my best to beat them. But I love them. And we'll help one another. That's how I wanted it. That's how I wanted IPAPA to be. It is all the people who were president and treasurer and volunteers and stuff that's kept this going this long. And it's not the money, because you don't make enough money doing this to make a living out of it. But I love it.